because the charger cannot deal with all that pressure. Speaking as one myself. Or
S&D is still trying to figure out what they want to do for this. Oh, there we go. It looks like Wasabi, 10 Tech, 52, and Dynamo. Again, they're going chargeless just like we were talking about. Not a bad choice.
But also, it can be the wrong choice because Tic Tac is a good charger, and if he does get up top, there's a good chance that S&D won't be able to get back in without the range to take required to take Tic Tac down.
All right, here we go. Rocket approaching the middle.
Hitzel already coming middle.
I already see those disruptors across from that.
Looks like right now Hitzel is just trying to land that disruptor, and Tic Tac is looking for that easy snipe.
Surprised Tic Tac didn't go up the main snipe area, but I guess he's a lot safer since there's more people that can get at him. All right, looks like S&D controlling the top right off the bat. If they can control the top, they can definitely get a pretty big push here.
I think what would also help S&D a lot in this aspect is if they had beacons. As far as I know, they don't have any beacon weapons.
Yeah, I love beacons on this map. So, I mean, I'm not the one playing, but personally, I would have gone beacons here.
Usually, to bring the beacons, it's a crack-on roller or maybe the E-leader itself once they get up top.
Rocket bringing the pressure out front of the tower. Sliding Pixel pretty easily there.
2 down. Instantly pressuring the E-leader and, as I said, keeping him out of the game without that pressure.
And Tic Tac whipping out the Kraken. Had to do it.
Ooh, that disruptor. I hear Kraken. Not sure if it was S&D's or Shin-Ryu's.
I think that was S&D's Kraken's counter Kraken. Oh, and Penguin dying with Kraken. That's a pretty big deal there.
But if you haven't played against Penguin before, you'll do know that he wears tenacity and special savers, so it won't take too long for him to get it back.
That tower is going to go back to the neutral position here. Don't know what's going on up top, but Rocket is sticking with the bottom row. Now going back up top. Tic Tac in that sniper spot, the main sniper spot I was talking about earlier.
Ooh, defense saving Rocket's life there, but unfortunately he could not heal in time. That one didn't matter because he died to an Izuka.
All right, and now Shin-Ryu, sorry, I keep forgetting the name. They have control of the top, and let's see here. I see 2 Krakens ready for Shin-Ryu. That's going to be big for their push coming up here.
Right
Still
now,
need about 30.
Yeah. Right now, S&D doing all they can to get Shin-Ryu off that tower and stopping that push, but it's looking like it's a really good push for Shin-Ryu.
And oh, Shin-Ryu barely taking the lead there.
Right now, I think S&D for sure needs to do a bit more inking around to get control of that top back and keep them from getting back up into mid.
I feel like Penguin's game plan from here on out is just going to be sit in that top area, because custom range blasts are really annoying to get out, to get rid of if you're coming from the bottom and he's in the top area. So we'll see what he does from here on out. Pixel annoying Rocket.
Thankfully, Rocket had a teammate to help him out. Pixel on the tower. And Penguin seems right now to be just kind of doing cleanup, just making sure that everyone else stays safe, holding Kraken.
Yeah, just playing really patient. Like we said earlier, Penguin's really patient custom range blaster, knows when exactly to pop Kraken.
Tower's still moving fast. Nice little Kraken push, jumping the tower. And another Kraken.
This is going to be a pretty big push here. And S&D is 3 down. Can they get the last 11 points here?
Looks like not. Tic Tac retreating back up top with 2 of the S&D members coming back out to the front.
It looks like that tower is going to go reset in the middle. We'll see who gets control of the tops, who can make the next push.
I looked down at my lap to see if there was a gamepad to see if they had any beacons up top.
Yeah, I have that problem too. Like whenever I'm watching a Splatoon stream, I always instinctively look to my lap, and there's nothing.
Exactly. Oh my god.
S&D has one final chance for a push here. They were 3 down when Rocket respawned, so this is going to be not good here. They really need to make a suicidal push if they want to get on the tower.
Right now, they still have tons of map control. Pixel's up, Tic Tac's up. They can't hide from both, unfortunately. And it's looking like it's kind of over for Shin-Ryu. Not for Shin-Ryu, but S&D right here.
All right. First game's going to go to Shin-Ryu. Squids next door had it pretty early, but Shin-Ryu controlled it probably the last 3 minutes or so.
Like I had said, if they had gotten Tic Tac up there, it would probably be too easy for Tic Tac to just literally keep them at bay with all that range and none of the range from S&D's side to get them back.
Yeah, they did it at the end there. You could see that, and like they couldn't get to the tower at all. There was just no way.
Lots of awareness on Shin-Ryu's part. Pixel jumping down into pit to stop any flanks from Rocket's side. Excellent coverage from Shin-Ryu once they got to the top.
Next map, Splat Zone's Walleye. I know this is a favorite map for a lot of people.
This is honestly what I consider a very neutral map, a very neutral mode, honestly, because it's a fairly straightforward map, and there's not really a trick to get back in. There's nothing very special, not really a gimmick to this map. So this might be what I think is either a 100-0 or maybe a stalemate stage.
It's moderately flat in the middle. A lot of people choose not to climb on the boxes. They prefer to go around or hide behind them.
Most teams prefer to go out to the left, especially E-leaders, because you can't see the other E-leader if they are in their left side or in their top grade area.
Speaking of E-leader, Akbar is going to go E-leader here.
A wise choice for this one, because this is since there's just an open space for the E-leader that the E-leader can pretty much cover in just one shot. They would definitely need the range for this map.
All right, here we go. Rocket just coming up the middle. No flanks coming here. Just an honest game plan for now.
Looks like Hitzel is trying to come out of their clothes, but Rocket's got a pretty good at keeping him at bay for now. S&D snagging the zone.
That Dynamo is going to be key here because that Dynamo's going to cover a lot of ground. And I do not think Shin-Ryu has an inking weapon that can match that.
Rocket fortunately taking out the sniper, giving Akbar a chance to help pick some people off for those few seconds that Tic Tac is down.
Vera, the Dynamo, being held back here. Like I said, they got to keep Vera in check, otherwise that zone is going to become purple pretty quickly.
Excellent team work from that spot. Never seen that really done before.
Echo coming out. Doesn't look like many of the Shin-Ryu players are close to the zone. Nice Ingzuka, but going down to Pixel. All right, back is Rocket coming to the zone. Zone is neutral, but most people are up. Actually, S&D is 1 down. Not sure who it is. 2 down. Shin-Ryu dominating this match so far.
Pixel doing a good job. Oh man, couldn't get the jump out. Pixel is just dominating their close and their S&D's left side, keeping them from getting that entry point that I said that most people favor to get back in.
All right, Rocket still playing the honest game here, going up the middle. All right, gets a key kill on Penguin there. Can he get Pixel?
Oh,
that's Hitzel. Oh, and he does
nice!
get him!
The double!
He threw that suction bomb back there and chased Hitzel back in and got the kill.
Right now, for sure they need to take out Tic Tac, who is just kind of hanging out in the right side right now.
All right, Pixel getting chased back. Decent amount of control by S&D.
Oh,
The Ink-Zuka trade. I thought it was going to be too late, but he does end up getting him. This is definitely in favor of S&D right now. If they can lock him out, they can definitely win the game from here.
S&D is off the penalty. The timer's ticking down pretty fast. As long as they can keep Tic Tac busy and Vera up, I think this is pretty much in the bag for them. Lead's coming up right now.
And there we go. S&D with the lead. Can they get the last 10 points?
Ooh,
Hitzel dying with bubble. And S&D takes game 2. Nice comeback.
Definitely, I think I see a lot of teamwork from S&D's side. Great stuff.
Rocket, I believe, definitely played a pretty honest game here. Personally, I tend to go for a lot of flanks, so it was kind of interesting to see going up the middle every time, just playing honest and just winning with skill.
I'm not a shooter myself, but going down the middle, even with whatever weapon I do choose, it's not something I do often, but to see it work out is a really good feeling.
And next one is one of the SRL special maps, Rainmaker Kelp Dome.
I suspect we'll probably be seeing a mix of run speed and swim speed here. Run speed to get across those grates, and swim to probably either get through the team's door, that little side choke on the right, or to just make that quick swim after you get off the grates.
A lot of players tend to underestimate the power of that top grading area. Getting a longer range weapon like heavy splatling and sacking run speed just makes it a nightmare for the other team. I don't think there are any splatling players besides Hitzel here, though.
Yeah, you're right. This is a very good splatling map, and it's also not a bad map for just range in general. It's also a map where an upset can happen very easily if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, it's a short path to the pedestal here, and if you're caught offside just a little bit, it's game over.
You definitely don't want to be in the middle of trying to prevent a potential push from the left side, and then they end up going over the grate, and you're far too late to get over there.
Pixel switching to 52 for this, as well as Akbar. Rocket coming from the left side. Let's see if there's anyone over here to greet him. Doesn't look like it. It does get disrupted by Hitzel, and Pixel taking out a bunch of S&D members.
Tic Tac already asserting dominance up top, or
looks like we got a DC. The station Jordan is sitting at has had a bunch of DC problems, so. We're going to have to do this one over again. Fortunately, it happened pretty early on, so.
No speed tests.
Splatoon, even at a LAN, pretty fickle game. I actually think the problem is the wired connections aren't connected by default, even if you plug in your wireless adapter. And I don't think some guys actually switch to the wired adapter by default. So hopefully that gets taken care of pretty quickly here so we can move on to game 3. I think is he changing stations?
Is he changing stations? All right. Currently, we're checking if we're seeing if Jordan is about to change stations. The one that station that Jordan was sitting at has, as Tudo said, has had quite a bit of problems. It's really only been the one that's been having trouble for today. As I've been playing earlier, I've had minimal problems. And then honestly, I can say that playing Splatoon wired at a LAN event like this has been an amazing experience. Like, you can dodge Zukas and not die. It's pretty great stuff.
There are a couple of minor things that are concerning that when there's too many Wii U's in an area, their gamepad gets desynced. That's a really interesting problem, and the DCs still happen occasionally, but honestly, this is, in my opinion, much better experience than playing online.
Oh, for sure. If you back up from a blaster, you don't die. Thought we saw some fairly standard comps for this map and mode. You have a 52 to help block out the door areas to stop pushes. Very good. Whale, honestly, also not bad if you're trying to go through the left area of your spawn. A 10 attack for inking power, that forward aggression. Can say that I'm a bit surprised that Tic Tac did not choose to go with splatter scope weapon.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Both teams, except I think Pixel and Akbar, are the only ones that have actually switched their weapons so far.
Kelp Dome is actually a very nice splatter scope map, so long as the enemy team doesn't have an exceptionally good E-leader. I have been in situations where we've had a good, an equally good splatter scope on our side, and the enemy team has an E-leader, and simply the range of the E-leader locks us out.
This is actually one of my favorite maps to use E-leader on. Just tons of places where you can sneak up on people.
Don't even talk to me.
Tons of places where you can sneak up on people and control the entire map.
I hate it. I hate sniping on Kelp Dome with E-leader. It's the worst. It's like
all right,
peeking games.
Resbit's in chat. Let's get his opinion on this.
Yes.
Oh, I guess the stream's really delayed, so it'll take a while.
Yeah.
So while we're waiting on that, Jordan is still getting set up, so give him a couple more minutes, I guess.
We're currently just chilling, looking right at Akbar. Love sniping with either on Kelp, but it's super weird.
All right, the official Resbit recommendation is Kelp Splatter Scope on zones.
You heard it here, folks. Kelp Splatter Scope. The better version of the Splatter Scope.
Haven't seen any bentos this tournament. What's your opinion on the bento Spectre?
I personally have not really played it much. Both Lock and Mute, also chargers for my team, they loved it, honestly. They haven't really used it recently, but when it came out, they adored it. I suppose I could probably do a bit more work with it. I guess I'm just not, it's not my style to really have a wall, and I enjoy having subs too much.
My teammate, Albino Albatross on Speedruns Live, does like the weapon as well. He has used it more often. Anyway, Jordan is back, so we are back to game 3.
Mute, go it.
Right, Mute's upset about the Kelp Splatter Scope comment.
Mute Bento. An Al Bento.
All right, same weapons, same lineups. Let's get it started. S&D in the middle of a
It's
discussion.
looking like Akbar switched to 96, I think. Did he go 96 before?
Maybe he did go 96. Like, it's hard to see.
Yeah.
He was at the force loss, so it's kind of hard to see. So I'm assuming he did. All right, here we go. Round 3 again. Rocket heading the same direction as he did before. Hopefully he'll catch someone off guard by this time.
Doesn't seem like Shin-Ryu prefers to flake out of the enemy team's tree.
Locking the battle with Hitzel there. Hitzel does end up running away.
S&D taking the chance and trying to work, but they really do need to get Tic Tac down first so he doesn't just snipe them off the grate.
The Rainmaker path that goes across the grating can catch teams off guard if you do it pretty quickly, but it usually doesn't work against top teams.
Penguin seems to already have Kraken, holding on to it, of course, for just that right moment. Probably holding it for their push. Center's getting pretty green right now.
So both teams still trying to feel each other out here. Ooh, nice prediction by Pixel. Pixel going 5 run speeds. Pretty good decision in my opinion for this map. Already at 37, but this is a map where anything can happen, so that is definitely not a winning push. There's no such thing as a winning push on this map until you dunk it.
For sure.
It's still bubbling, but he's not in very much green ink. That's not going to give him a lot of options regardless.
Right now, though, Tic Tac does have, actually did not move from being up top, it looks like. Right now.
Rocket only went up for S&D. He's got to try to protect the Rainmaker so it doesn't move from where it is.
Rocket hiding out and choosing to jump out to hold on to that Inkzuka.
Yeah, there was just no way he was getting out of there. Green ink just surrounding him on all sides. And Hitzel with the disruptor out of nowhere in typical Hitzel fashion.
Ooh.
Just barely misses Akbar with that Zuka. I think that was Akbar.
That was Tic Tac.
All right, we're watching S&D. Anyway, another decent push by Shin-Ryu here, but didn't top their 37 push from earlier. Now they got a better push going, and they get about 13 more points.
Currently, Shin-Ryu is in excellent control here. Having a blaster on Kelp Dome can be extremely annoying because trying to come out of the grates, what we call close, can be very difficult if there's a blaster because they literally shoot up into the grates. And I suspect since that's where Penguin is hanging out, that's probably what he's doing right now.
Yep, and it's a full team wipe from S&D here, and complete control of the middle by Shin-Ryu.
Tic Tac up top, literally able to shoot into the spawn.
Rocket catching Tic Tac off guard there, but they do end up getting about 2 extra points, I think.
Getting a wipe on Shin-Ryu. Unfortunately, that center is just too green for, I think, S&D to really do much. They really do need to get some map control going for this to swing in their favor.
All right, S&D trying to feel out what Shin-Ryu's doing. They do end up going down, and that's another team wipe.
Pixel doing excellent with 52 gal. Right now, I think that what they need to do is help Vera get out and get some map control in.
If Vera can get to the center, can take control of the middle area really quickly with that Dynamo. I think Tic Tac has shut Vera down for most of this match, though, which is why he has been having issues. And Vera is finally getting in the middle. Can Vera get up top and control the top part, though? Vera is up there. You can see S&D getting a lot more map control in the middle than they did. And nice knife from the pedestal by Tic Tac.
For sure. They do, while going sniperless on this map and mode can be very, really good. At the same time, like I said, if the E-leader is really skilled, they can easily lock you out and you're not going anywhere.
And that was a well-deserved win by Shin-Ryu. Controlled the most of the match and most of the map.
Had all avenues blocked. Great teamwork from all sides. Pleasure to watch. Pixel being very strong for it is shown by his KD, with the rest of his teams as supports.
As well as Tic Tac did very well there too, just generally not dying, using E-leader control as much area as he can. And you can on that map because everything is centered around that center area, and you can control all of it if you just get your E-leader there.
Up next is one of my favorite modes, even though everyone is trying to ban this map out of the stage, Anchovy TC.
I think this is my favorite Anchovy map for sure. You got your spawn in a different spot, but I think it's good because you spawn in front of like the TC track. And the stuff on the right where the normal spawn normally is, you can ink that for for getting your special right away if you need it in a pinch.
Seeing that Akbar is going to choose to go E-leader here, very good choice, as this is not particularly a splatter scope map, though many have tried.
At Station A, and they are going to be facing. They're going to be facing Storm Runs Live.
You guys just play.
Storm, have you guys done 2 matches and 3 matches?
All right. Anyway, starting the Ankle 5 match. I'm calling it Ankle 5. I can't stop.
Ankle 5 sauce.
Anyway, S&D taking very, very quick control of the middle area.
I can say for sure that watching Rocket play Tenatech is very interesting, for sure. It's more like he chooses when to be aggressive instead of constantly aggressive, compared to, say, probably Pixel or Fuzzy, for example.
I think his play style is a little more honest than other Tenatechs. He doesn't flank very much. Did manage to catch Penguin off guard there. Got rid of him when he had Kraken.
2 down on Shin-Ryu's side. Oh, unfortunately, unable to keep tracking on Pixel, but Pixel is taking out.
All right, S&D is 2 down. All right, we were listening to the next matches, and it looks like... Are you going to be playing Spectre now?
I have no idea. Like, this could be the... Well, no. I don't have no idea.
I guess we'll finish commenting this one, but...
Yeah.
Anyway, Rocket in the sniper area. They got a decent push going now. That Kraken's going to stop in its tracks, though.
Unfortunately, Rocket going down to the Kraken, but Pinklet going down pretty soon afterwards.
S&D, I think, still has pretty decent control of the middle. Shin-Ryu is 2 down, so it's not going to be very long until S&D gets another push going.
Right now, I feel part of what's going on is S&D is keeping Tic Tac pretty busy. I haven't seen him for most of the game.
All right, here we go.
Rocket doing what every E-leader hates on the tower, moving around the spire.
Oh, and a bubble from around the corner that's going to stop that in its tracks.
Narrow escape from Rocket, unfortunately getting disrupted, but hiding out for a moment. Ooh, getting the jump on Pixel.
Rocket's still living in their base.
Ooh, taking out
And a nice
3.
triple. Zuka Pak coming out. Can he get someone? That signpost above him, I think, stopped 2 or 3 of those Zuka shots.
Piglet with just the excellent aim on the CRB. Piglet is truly a pleasure to play against and makes me have a new respect for the weapon.
I don't consider 43 a safe push on this map. It has to turn that corner in front of the spawn point, which I believe is around 25-30.
As it is with this map, if once you get the if you can get the E leader here on the enemy team snipe, it's honestly pretty good, easy shots for them, as they can reach directly into the spawn right just from the top of the ramp.
Pro tip: if you stack 3 mains, 9 subs of bomb range up, you can chuck bombs from your snipe to theirs. So if you ever needed a countermeasure for snipers, there you go.
Right now, it looks like Shin-Ryu is getting their bearings. Pixel in their spawn. Up to Rocket to stop him. Up, going down. Vera seems to be the one who got it. But right now, the map center is turning pretty blue.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen Shin-Ryu take control of the middle here. They finally got a push going. Kraken's going to get popped early by Penguin. Is that going to be enough?
Up. Tic Tac just jumped in with Kraken. Didn't
Only about
get it
15
off.
more points here. There's another Kraken coming in.
SMD fighting to get on the tower to keep it moving out of their base.
Pixel going down here. Push, I don't think is still done though. Yeah, they still got people there. Penguin on the tower. I don't think he has Kraken yet. Since he has Tenacity, it's going to be close.
Very good that Penguin is. This is looking like the push right now. Bubble on the tower. 3 people on the tower. It's looking very close.
Invincible's
They have to
coming
get on
out. And oh! That stop!
Nice!
It is game 5. What a finish defensively by Squids next door.
Excellent work getting on the tower. Most people do forget that simply getting on the tower stops the tower and also pushes it out of your spawn.
We are going to game 5 here, as it is now tied up 2-2.
Alright.
Round of applause, by the way, for Spectre.
All right, Spectre is going to go play a match, and Eirik is going to join me for game 5.
I'm going to do an awful job. I'm going to do an awful job. Spectre, it was lovely hearing from you. All right, dude, this side has been super hype, and I've been jumping back and forth, but that last bit has got me going for you.
Eirik,
Okay,
I have a question for you.
All right, let's hear it, dude.
Do you like swimming?
That was insane.
Why do you ask me these questions, dude?
I personally love swimming.
I've heard.
I mean, whenever you watch my stream,
I've heard.
I love going in the water.
Dude, okay, here's the thing. Everybody memes on you like swimming. I try to stray away from it. You know? I try to do you a favor. I feel like people need to move on from you swimming. But if you want to keep it up, I'm not gonna stop it.
All right,
that's fine. Right. We'll go back to
understandable.
We'll go back to when I was 8 years old and still learning how to swim back then. Yeah. All right. So if I'm gonna be learning how to swim, teach me.
All right.
Step by step.
First thing you're gonna do, you're gonna shoot the ground, get your special, which will be Bubbler.
All right.
And then you get someone on the other team to keep shooting you. And you'll just fly into the water. That's how you swim.
All right, dude. I'm looking forward to seeing Rocket replicate that kind of performance.
This is one of my favorite maps personally.
Yeah.
I use NZAP 89. Has Sprinkler Ink Strike. Well, there's only 3 people on Shin-Ryu. So I guess it's going to be a redo.
Redo?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to wait a little bit, unfortunately. Probably just wait. This map is going to take a little bit longer than we would have liked to. I'm not sure because So I know that Jordan switches location, and they got that fixed, and now seemingly a person from Shin-Ryu. I'm not able to tell exactly who right now, but they're just gonna wait this one out and let this game reset back to 0.
Surprising amount of DCs. I guess maybe it's like the first growing pains for our person.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if DCs. Assuming that everybody has their internet plugged in correctly, which is like not the best assumption to make.
And they gotta get that setting where you turn on wired by default, because wireless is not by default.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I would not be surprised at all if like people just forgot.
They're taking a dive.
Yeah, dude. The judges say 7, but my heart says 10, dude.
Up, game music got turned up way louder.
Yeah, dude. Oh, is it loud? Loud. I'll turn it down then. Might be. That was my bad.
Are there any teams in the shooting
Alright, well.
that's only played one set of Splatoon?
Welcome back to low game audio, I guess.
Alright, fortunately, that was a DC.
Yeah.
So,
Fortunately.
I think that should be better.
Is this your poster?
Yes, it is.
And you haven't gotten anybody to sign up?
I have the NZAP, dude.
Alright, fair enough. Did you order that, like the $20 one or not?
No.
Okay, fair enough. $5 is a steal. Understandable.
And Boise Pryor are going to be over at J.
Shoutouts to the team captain that decided on the name Boise Cry. Beautiful name. Shoutouts to SpongeBob.
All right. Now everyone is here, so we can start.
Yeah. Alrighty. I don't know whether I'm more excited for the swimming or how insanely intense this set has been. Rocket getting a good start off. The fastest start off, I should say. But he's going to take a little bit of time to wait it out. Behind this pillar, we are able to spot out that blaster top left. And he's still playing that kind of waiting game. Maybe waiting for one of them to get rid. Oh my goodness, he's by himself though, disrupted, and Hitzel, if you'll get the assist, maybe not the kill.
I've said it before, Penguin and Tic Tac really, I don't want to say conservative, but they're patient players, and once they catch you off guard, they're getting you.
Yeah. So maybe patient play, not the answer here for Rocket. They're going to have to find an answer, hopefully soon.
Once the water level drops here, I think they'll get something going.
Maybe not with the echolocator on him, though. Gonna have to wait this one out.
Yeah, Penguin, Hitzel, both around the corner.
And both get disrupted. Okay, Suction Ball not gonna go off as soon as I thought it was going to. Echolocator, oh, that's a super solid one. He's gonna be able to at least get one. Pixel does go down. Zone seems to be a little bit open, and they really need to stress getting this penalty here.
There's a crack, and that means no one's shooting at the zone.
Oh, no. Okay, but they still get it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Despite the snipe from Tic Tac, which did a little bit of the kills ink went onto the zone, they're doing a lot of work there, covering up ink on the ground there. And so that at least is going to stack the penalty, delay the end of the game for just a little bit longer. And Rocket seems to have hopped into a lot of murky waters here.
Still plenty of points left. Got to be patient to get it back.
I think he's going to have an outstanding individual effort here. It looks like he will be able to get that 3 kills in a row for Rocket, and that's going to be the zone for them. Penalty of 40 points here. Will they be able to make use of it? Is the question. Tic Tac spot at top left. And Rocket, I think, has to have a number on him. Typically, we see Rocket kind of alternate between overtly offensive and defensive play. I see better results out of him in offensive play, of course, but like we haven't been seeing that from him in this game in particular. A lot of hiding, I feel, except for that short burst of time where he got that triple kill.
Yeah, this map, there's only really one place you can go, and that's to the left there.
Yeah, trying to get behind the sniper there. Can they delay the penalty for just a little bit? Okay. Yo, I love the fact that not only did the ink strike cover the zone, but it forced both players out to the echelon on the left, which really allowed for the easy kills.
Yeah, I think a lot of players need to realize that ink strike is a very good zoning tool as well as covering the zone.
And all of a sudden, Squids next door seeming to they've only been the offensive for like one particular time, but they might be able to wrap it up just like that. Shin-Ryu going to be all in at the last second. Burst bombs coming in, but that's a double kill coming in. And Rocket's going to be able to clutch that out with them. And Squids next door gets the win onto Shin-Ryu.
That last second defense in Game 4 and the lockout in Game 5 got them the win. They were down 1-2. They came back.
Brought it back, dude.
Very beautiful by Squids.
That was super good. Congratulations, they're doing a team huddle. I would have gotten a picture right now if I could have taken it. That was super cute.
Look at this. Rocket the game, dude.
Yeah. Oh my God, 10-3. All right, shout out to the Squids next door. 3-2, super close set. And that's about it. I think for now we're gonna take a transition to Pokken, which is in grand finals. And so we'll be having our 2 players here. I'll be joined by